Welcome, Nicole. It's so nice to have you.
Thank you.
Before we begin talking about the Dayton Virtual Learning Community for Adult Faith, maybe you can tell us a little bit about yourself.
So my name is Nicole McCowell, and I am the Director of Youth and Retreat Ministries here at the Diocese of Hamilton. A large portion of my role is supporting and accompanying our youth ministers and high school chaplaincy leaders who are out there working day in and day out in the field with our young people in a variety of different capacities. But ultimately, I am here to support them in their ministries with their young people.
So today we have the opportunity to talk a little bit about the Diocesan Specific Certification Program in Youth Ministry Studies through Dayton's online learning community for virtual faith. Could you tell me a little bit about the certification program?
Absolutely. So the certification program is a 10-course program spread out over 2 years. And one of our courses, our final course, is actually a mental health first aid course and is actually required for completion in the certification program. But the other 9 courses that we take are courses that we have kind of handpicked to serve and hopefully develop the skills and knowledge around ministry with young people. If you're exploring the multiple different ways that you can be ministering to young people and hopefully developing some skills and connections to be better serving our young people within our community.
Time and investment of energy and resource is going to be a big conversation moving forward from this pandemic. So why do you think that the certification in youth ministry studies is a good use of time and investment for diocesan youth ministers?
When we were designing this course and the certification program, we identified who would be participating in the program, and we identified it as working individuals, people who are holding full-time and part-time jobs. So it is really our hope that folks are able to balance this program, our 5-week courses, in a way that is going to also support their ministry. And it's not going to take over, it's not going to hinder their ministry, but it's going to support it so that you are able to go to your full-time job or your part-time job, but then also be able to do this in your spare time. It's really not a huge commitment of time. We average about 5 to 10 hours a week, and you're able to spread that time out over the course of the week. They're able to engage when they are able to, and that we can accommodate too. If somebody has a little bit of a busier week, then we know that ahead of time and we can make those adaptations as necessary for folks, because ultimately the program's here to serve you as well and hopefully bolster your ministry. So that's really the goal, is to make it a good use of your time, and so that it's not a burden on you in the busy world that we live in. In terms of affordability as well, it is certainly one of the more affordable options out there right now in terms of youth ministry certification, that due to the partnership with the Diocese of Hamilton, Dayton reduces the course fee for each participant who is taking any of the courses, including the Youth Ministry Certification Program. And the course texts that we use, we try our very best to have online access to them, or they're available for borrowing through the Bishop Farrell Library and Archives too, which has been a huge asset to a lot of our participants.
So the good news on the street is that you recently have completed the Diocesan Certification in Youth Ministry Studies as well, alongside the first cohort of participants, the first graduates from the diocese who have successfully completed the program. So what gifts have come from your own personal participation in this diocesan certification?
The inspiration that I've gained from other folks in the community. It has been a really beautiful group of people to walk alongside and learn from. And just hearing about their different ideas and different strategies that they're using to accompany and pray and walk alongside their young people has been absolutely incredible to me. That is something that I think I've taken the most out of the program personally. In terms of my ministry wise, it's just been beautiful to see the nuances of everybody's individual ministries, and that no community is the same, but there are commonalities where we can all be supporting one another and inspiring one another as well. So I think that's been a huge, huge gift to me.
Sounds like there's been lots of transformation. That's beautiful.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So I bet you there's lots of people out there who are looking for professional development opportunities this year that are easy, accessible, and invitational, and a lot of that comes with online learning. So what would you tell someone who might be reaching out to you or who might be discerning their registration in either a Dayton program or in the Diocesan Certification for Youth Ministry Studies this fall?
Take a chance on yourself. Give it a try. It's a really accessible, easy platform to be learning and to utilize. And if it's not for you, then that's okay. But at least you can say that you've tried it and you've given it a go. It doesn't mean you need to make a huge commitment like other programs. It's a 5-week shot, and it's worth giving it a 5-week shot. You never know what kind of community you're going to find and what you're going to learn about yourself and your faith. And I think that's really important in this day and age, is learning more about yourself and your faith and taking the time to prioritize those two things for sure.
Amazing. Well, I'll be praying that many of our diocesan youth ministers will take a shot on the program this coming year. Thank you so much for your time, Nicole, and for your witness to the program. We really appreciate you.
Thank you. Thank you for doing this.